Hey Virgo, this is going to be your general timeless reading. Today I have the True Heart Tarot for you. Let's see. Oh, I can actually do this way. Nice. We have, well, not all these cards. Okay, good. But we have 3 cards here. Queen of Wands. Wow, this Queen of Wands has 6 arms. I never noticed that. And then the Hermit. That's Virgo energy. What are those mushrooms growing at her feet? Wow, and it's like a plank of wood and mushrooms. That's really interesting. That might be relevant. There's just all kinds of interesting imagery in this deck. And then Prince of Discs, which I think is the Knight. Okay, so here. The World, then Ace of Swords, then 8 of Cups. Wow, I guess I'm just getting a lot of them already. Okay, and then Ace of Wands under Queen of Wands and the Hermit. And Princess of Wands under the Prince of Discs and the World. She hasn't got 2 other arms. Well, already I'm getting retreating away to find your confidence or to reignite your inspiration. It's like hiding out. Yeah, to kind of reignite yourself. And then in the middle, it's like slowly going towards celebrating an ending. It's like also maybe going towards a small goal, not realizing you're actually going to get a lot more out of it. You see how he's like holding 1 pentacle? Oh gosh. 1 pentacle. And then, but she has the world in her hands. So it's like you don't realize a small thing that you're going towards is going to lead to something bigger. Because even this Princess of Wands, it's like going through a portal. So this inspiration that you might be regaining is going to pay off a lot more than you realize right now. And then Ace of Swords with 8 of Cups. This Ace of Swords is very interesting. There's like tiny swords all around it. So it's like a lot of thoughts, I think. But then the one true thought is going to shine through. And then this 8 of Cups. Is this more mushrooms? What is all this mushroom imagery? What is the deeper meaning of mushrooms? And also kind of looks like Jupiter there. Walking towards Jupiter. So it's like ascension almost is what I'm getting out of here. You know, 8 of Cups is emotional balance and walking away from something. But I'm also getting, you know, with Jupiter being the planet of fortune, it's like you're ascending towards your fortune, towards your destiny. And these mushrooms you're walking away from, these plants are all colorless. It's almost like they're frozen in time. It's like you're walking away from something that was stagnant and not fertile, is what I'm getting here. And maybe you don't understand the truth of that yet, but you will. You will understand how what you're leaving behind wasn't going to lead to anything. Because like when you go to yourself, when you're by yourself, right, you left and you're probably by yourself and you're on that path, those mushrooms, it's like making your own fertile ground, if that makes sense. Or that it doesn't come from the things on the outside of your path. It comes from you on your path. It's going to be on your path, even if you don't see it right now. What's this? Oof. Yeah, I think this is re-emphasizing Five of Swords. Man, this is a creepy Five of Swords. Yeah, the imagery in this deck is very interesting. I really felt guided to use it, and this is probably why. But that's what I was getting at there. All these swords around, and seeing the one true thing that's standing out from this. Because it's like all those other thoughts have been blocking your perception. In fact, they're actively attacking your perception, is what I'm getting from this. So that's, to me, like kind of low vibe energy. You know, very... And that could be coming from within you or from the outside. And walking away from that low vibe energy and this Eight of Cups, you know, going toward, you know, your own emotional stability instead of letting thoughts control what's going on with you. Let's see. Then we got Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands is above that Queen of Wands and the Hermit and Ace of Wands. So with the Ace being here, it's clear the goal here and stepping back is to be more in control of that Wands energy. So it's you know, with the Ace being here, that means it's ending this kind of burden energy. Feeling trapped. Because the person's inside the scarab. This feeling of being trapped, this feeling of confinement is what I'm getting. Burden, confinement. This idea that you can't do all the things that you're inspired to do. You're ending that. And you had to do that by blocking out and walking away from all this kind of like sabotaging negative energy. Because above the Prince of Discs, the World, and Princess of Wands is Three of Wands. So that's giving me a solitary energy too, but a more positive solitary energy. And what's sticking out to me is there's water here, and there's boats, and there's birds. It's almost like you can choose not to sail the waters if you don't want to. Like if the waters are choppy, then rise above them. Use your spirituality, your inspiration to rise above, because you see the birds are with him too. And also your logic too elevates you a bit. Knowing when to detach yourself is what I'm getting here. And it's really sticking out to me that the Three of Wands are kind of making the structure. So that's really giving me the idea of spiritual practice, spiritual rituals. And are these crows? And you know, crows have a lot of psychic insight. So I think this is also representing intuition. You using your intuition also to rise above if you need to. If you need to go in the water, then you need to. But I'm seeing a lot of imagery, even with this cups, of you avoiding the water. Like it's going to rise above there too. You're going to go straight to the air. So yeah, I'm not getting wrapped up in your own emotions or the emotions of others. Okay, let's see if we get one more card here. Okay, this happened last time too. So you got Five of Disc. Feelings of lack here. So with Five of Swords and Five of Discs, this is all kind of like negative energies. So I'm thinking that Five of Swords is what you need to work on, you know, the negative thoughts, before you can work on the feelings of lack and in other areas, or abandonment. I think you understand that you have that issue, the abandonment, the lack mentality, but you don't understand how much of it comes from taking on other people's thoughts and ideas and letting your own fuel them, right? It's much easier for people to get to us if they're confirming the doubts that we had in ourselves all along. It's like proving that if you thought, oh man, I'm really bad at singing, and I'm just giving a random example, but you keep trying and you try to do better, and you're like, maybe I'm not that bad, and then you sing in front of somebody and they're like, wow, you suck at singing, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, I know. And then it's gonna really actually get to you, even though you accepted it, because they're just confirming a negative thought that you had. So I think walking away and finding like your own truth in a situation is going to be the first step in getting rid of other kind of negative ideas here. Because it's another eye, and the eye is the same color. This is very interesting. The eye is the same color. So whereas this is kind of like being attacked by thoughts and that are blocking your perception, this is like sinking deep into the negativity, like bit like a depression energy, you know, letting yourself get bogged down. But the first step is like cutting out that other crap. Yeah. Because then we got 9 of Wands and 9 of Disc. Wow, this is, these might be meant to be together. Which one should go with what? Because these are 2 9s, just like 2 5s. 2 9s of opposing, or 2 9s of a 5 energy, or 2 9s of a different energy, Disc and Wands. So I'm just going to put the Disc next to the Disc and the Swords next to the Wands, because this tells me, this is giving me like shadow integration energy, and which is part of the ascension process. And then we have the moon cycles here. So I think it's like really understanding how much of that negative self-talk, other people can only affect you if it's already, you already have those thoughts and they're already affecting you. So get in touch with your shadow there and say, hey, because, okay, so there's what I've learned, and it keeps coming up, and this came up in Rob's group in the reading he did with Remy about the shadow. And I only watched the first part of it, I admit, because I think that's the part I really needed. Maybe I'll go back and watch the rest later. But the difference between our shadow and low vibrational energies, right? Our shadow is not inherently bad. You know, yes, they are negative traits, but it's designed for you to actually face the world effectively. You need your shadow traits. So don't, yes, while your shadow might be, your shadow's not the one that's talking down to you. Your shadow is the thing that generates those negative thoughts, the part of you, like the pride part of you, or how can I give this example? So, in the singing example, what causes you to be talking down to yourself about it is your shadow's need for perfection, is your shadow's need to kind of be really good at something or look really good to someone. So that's what your shadow, right? But the one that's generating the negative self-thoughts about those things are you. And then them coming from the outside, whether you read an article or someone makes a shitty comment, is the low vibrational energy from the outside coming in. So if you recognize that part of yourself, you know, you accept the part of yourself that's very perfectionist, that is very concerned about how you look to others, you recognize and you love that part of yourself. Like, I just want to be the best, and I get down on myself when I'm not meeting my own expectations. It's much easier to ignore the outside BS. So that's what I'm getting from there, because you're kind of like pulling yourself out. You know, this 5 of Disc and this 9 of Disc energy. This is about pulling yourself out of that pit and being happy with yourself as you are. You know, happy on your own without needing that outside reinforcement to tell you that you're doing a good job. you know, it's nice if someone tells you you're a good singer, but let's be real, until you deal with like that darker aspect of things, the self-sabotaging thoughts, acknowledging your shadow, that one shitty comment is going to mean more than 10 positive comments. So yeah, just try to maintain your own high vibration to where it's easier to ignore those negative things from the outside. Yeah, that was pretty that was pretty in depth already. Let's see what the bottom of the deck is. 4 of disc. So I think that's also saying, and oh, rad, whoa, that's creepy. Dang, yo, look at that moth with its eyes. I saw one of those in a vision one time. Oh wow, I wonder if what color is this? It's reddish. The one I saw was like lavender. I think this is also telling you, know the difference between going into hermit mode and just shutting everything down, shutting yourself down, especially emotionally. You know, don't shut yourself down out of pride. Well, fuck what other people think. I'm the best. I don't care what they say, because that's false. That's still like low vibe, right? That's still you not really acknowledging your shadow side that just wants to be perfect, or you know. And yeah, you know, I guess there could be some debate on whether perfectionism is a shadow trait. It probably is. I mean, this idea that you can't do anything unless it's absolutely perfect is not a very healthy way to go about doing things. So yeah, it probably is part of the shadow. But it's not, wanting to be good is not bad. Thinking you need to be perfect is bad. So let's see. Do we got any other cards to help with the situation? Like, what are some other, what's a good thing to ask here? Like, I barely know. What are some other things to look out for when it comes to, you know, ending this cycle and going on to being a more healthy, more integrated person? What are some other things to work on? Or some other things to keep in mind, I should say. Let's see. Oop. We got the moon. So yeah, that is more about shadow. Getting to know it better. Like being aware, just knowing yourself. That's what you do in that hermit mode, and the moon's even there. It's dark and the moon's right there. When you're going into hermit mode to boost yourself up, Queen of Wands style, don't forget about the negative things. You have to face those too. That's what the Ace of Swords is kind of telling you as well. The truth is not all good or not all bad. Be willing to accept and see both sides of things. Then, okay, the world again. See, this is like when I know that there's not much to clarify. The world came out again, and Knight of Pentacles came out again. So you're working towards this ending, and then the Judgment. That's also like right before the ending. So just keep. I think you understand this Judgment energy. You've probably been in it for a little bit, because it's not quite the celebration yet, right? It's still dealing with the muck. So just don't forget the things you've done while you're in that Judgment mode. Okay, let's see. Let me get Akashic Records. Oracle. Let's see what comes out there. I didn't bring the books up, but it'll probably be fine. So I don't like to put too much of myself in these readings, because I always get concerned, like, I am a Virgo too. And I've definitely been dealing with this shadow stuff, especially lately. But I don't feel like it's, I don't know. for me at least, it hasn't been this like ultra personal specific experience. I think it's just been really a general, just you need to learn this and make sure you take it with you, because I think that's part of judgment, you know, too. When things end, making sure you take the lessons with you. Have you fully figured it out? Oh my gosh, it's just a bunch of chakras fell off. So first it was chakra cleanse. Okay, that's good. So energy clearing, which I also plan to do. I plan to contact Lauren B at Untitled Tarot about getting that done. I mean, I can do a lot of my own chakra work, but it's like I can also do my own nails. It's, you know, because I don't do my nails, but I'm just saying that example. I can do my own hair, but it's much nicer when someone else does it. And then we got sacral, and that's that emotional balance there. And the Ace of Swords, which is, or I mean, third eye, which is hearkening to that Ace of Swords. So if you want to do work specifically involving the sacral and the third eye, you know, I would recommend that. Color therapy, you know, frequencies, teas. I'm drinking solar plexus tea right now, and it says, the day you stop racing is the day you win the race. Well, that's very Knight of Pentacles energy. Yeah, you don't have to race towards your ending, race towards the world. You can just go at the Knight of Pentacles pace towards it. You don't need to rush the ending. So that's a good message. And then Halls of Amenti. Oh gosh, curses came out. Oh my gosh, that's not, you ain't gotta worry about that right now. Halls of Amenti. So maybe some kind of past life stuff to reflect on a bit. If you know anything about your past lives, you know. I do past life readings, but I haven't figured out how to offer those to the public. Let's see. Let's get a crystal healing card. Yeah, oh yeah, crystals also help in that too. And the chakra. So for third eye, my favorite one's iolite. It's like the perfect indigo color. But also I think amethyst can help with that, and the crown. Labradorite is good for third eye. Moonstone could be good for sacral and third eye. So that's a good dual use stone if you want to. And good for chakra cleansing or like overall chakra alignment is kyanite. And I don't know if like selenite is as well. Oh crap, malachite. Man, malachite has really been coming up for me, and tiger's eye is at the bottom. That's good for sacral too. Sacral and solar plexus. So we got Numite healer. So you might be a healer too, or maybe you should seek a healer. And then malachite healing. Malachite has been like a stone that keeps coming out for me in other readings. So this could also be useful for you. So also that's heart chakra energy. Either way, a healing healer. It's a pretty yeah, it's pretty cut and dry there. I don't know if you receiving healing will help you in becoming a better healer, or you need to seek a healer for healing. One or the other. Take it as it resonates. Okay, now I'm gonna do miracles now. Let's see what comes out here. But either way, I think Virgo, you're gaining a lot from this experience. And if you want your confidence back, if you want to go back to being like Queen of Wands, being artistic, inspirational, charismatic, then it's going to happen for you. But just kind of get in touch with the muckier sides of yourself is what you need to do. And also, I think with this Princess of Wands, just let the process go at its own pace. Princess of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, let it go at its own pace. Don't be discouraged if it's not happening right away. Yeah, I don't need to find my purpose will find me. So yeah, the Knight of Pentacles, the racing, you'll be fine. Don't be concerned that you need to go out and do so much. Yeah, I doubt the Hermit is very fast moving, And I doubt it'll be quick to go towards this Jupiter. So, yeah. What is for you will not pass you by. To travel further on my path of personal growth, I call on my spiritual running buddies for help. So that's also friends to help you, healers to help you. Yes. Don't be afraid to have buddies in the situation. Okay. Oh no, angel number. Let's see. 859. You are in a state of extreme spiritual growth at this time. Be aware that your third eye is opening so that you can experience powerful and prophetic visions that will assist you on your journey. Woo-wee! That's, yeah. Pay attention to that third eye then. I definitely recommend the Malachite, the Tiger's Eye. I don't even know what Numite really is, but if you know what it is, then you do. But Moonstone will also be very good. So, that's what I have, Virgo. I hope that helps you. Thank you.